Now, the other thing that you're going to notice as a recruit is drill. And the military put a tremendously high opinion or value on drill. Now you're going from here, you're going out and you're forming up outside. Every time you're forming up outside, you're going to the cookhouse, you're going to something, you're going to train, but you're going in a group, in a squad. And drill is, to many people and to the authorities, the centerpiece of this training. And I'm going to take the risk of just reading a line or two from the National Service Infantry Manual, which talks about drill. And it says, the object of drill is to develop in the individual soldier that sense of instinctive obedience which will assist him at all times to carry out his orders. That the foundation of discipline in battle is based on drill has been proved again and again. Good drill and the highest standard are not learned on the barrack square merely to be discarded in everyday life, except for ceremonial occasions. It is the constant duty of those in command to insist on the standard they know to be right, both on and off the parade ground and in all circumstances. Once an idle action, must be no idleness must be allowed, or bad turnout, and that's as bad, is allowed to pass whether during the recruit stage or later the standard is lowered and further bad habits will follow. I don't know how you feel about that, but of course if you look at it not absolutely critically, you'll see the advantage of drill because you are a group, you're reaching a synchronization, you're getting a comradeship, you're working on your fitness, and so on. There is a good reason for it. It has to be applied with common sense, of course, but it is an intrinsic part of your recruit training. Now the other thing is that there isn't a moment to yourselves. You think of a barrack room, a big barrack room. When are you going to sleep? You're not going to sleep. The first up is going to wake most of you. Some of you will snore through it, but it's going to wake most of you. And of course the last to bed is going to be important. So your period is going to be truncated because some people, some young men who are very, very keen on cleanliness are trying to get to the wash basins an hour before everybody else, or half an hour. So you are going to be short of sleep. And you're going to be short of time because of pulling your kit and coming back off exercises and getting out of your material, getting stuff for the laundry and everything else. So drill, cleanliness. Then I think the sense of service and comradeship is very important. One of the things of this is I was at Mill Hill in North London and we joined the Middlesex Regiment, and I were at the time. And the Middlesex Regiment, we all had to inculcate a certain amount of history of the Middlesex Regiment. We found out who the commanding officer was with our great battle. We were all called the diehards. Everybody called us the diehards, and that was because of Peninsular War battle from, you imagine, generations before. But we all knew we were a diehard, and we not only knew we were a diehard, but if we wore a tie, it's got the blood and sand of the peninsula, and behind our badge is blood and sand. So we have got a pride and a coalescence and an understanding, which of course is reflected by the Hampshires with their tiger, with Royal West Kents with their horse, and so on. So certainly the infantry is pushing a new identity, an identity of its own. Now what about the other things, before I hope you've got a lot of questions for me. Food, very important, isn't it? These young men are being roasted all the time and they need food. And they do get good food, there's no arguments on that. It might be a plain food, but they get three 3 cooked meals a day and supper if they want it. So they are getting those calories, and the catering corps has worked out very carefully that these chaps are going to get enough. So that's the other side. They're also going to get good medical support and pretty careful fitness, building up of fitness training. And the medical support, of course, with national servicemen, 50% are going to go overseas, and 1/12 in active service, they need their injections. And you can imagine the things with all these young men with injections. They have to queue up for the injections, and there are no disposable needles. So it's more than normal. So there is something of the process. I'm sure you've got a lot of questions.